Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Oliver. I'm the CEO of Imburse, and this is our CTO, David. We were actually going to do the football show, but the first act stole that, so we'll tell you a bit more about Imburse, the platform. And at Imburse, we really focus on helping you create new connections with your customers, bring more value to the customer, create new experience, let you focus on the business, and help you create a personalized transactional relationship with your customer without incurring the massive IT integration headaches that come with it, and we help you reduce cost. In the insurance market in 2007, we saw close to 6 trillion euros of money moving around in terms of premiums, claims, and rewards and loyalty payouts. Now, while this number is staggeringly high, it is still an industry that struggles with its customer connection. Customers still doubt the insurance industries, they have suspicions, and insurance companies are really looking for ways to boost their products, boost their customer experience, bring more value to the customer, to really change that relationship to a really positive relationship. When we look in the market to the market leaders in the space around customer engagement, customer loyalty, and influencing customer behavior, you see that these companies really have a regular transactional relationship with their customer on a personal level. And it's this capability that we want to bring to insurers, being very cognizant of the IT challenges that are around. In the demo today, we will show you a bit about the transactional element. How do we make that happen? How do we make that really simple? As well as the partnership piece, so to create extra value, how do you connect with big and small partners out there to enhance the perceived value? And then thirdly, how do we leverage AI and information of the customer to put the best offer in front of the customer in terms of transaction and partnership? So if we look at the, first look at the dashboard that you would see if you look at, if they would switch the screen. So what you would see as an insurance company. So this is the dashboard, this is the business interface where the magic happens, right? So this is where you set it up, and it will show you how easy it is. So when we spoke about it, we said transactional relationship. So you can already see the payments piece. So we've split collection and payout to ensure maximum flexibility. So to show you around the collections bit, so this is the point here is, as you can see, it's a live environment. So here the point is to say, okay, which technologies do you as a company want to support for collection, right? So in here we have for the mobile app, it is as easy as setting up, giving it a name and saying, okay, this is what I want to call this scheme, right? So this is the way I want to collect it. This is the country I'm doing this for. And then our platform will show you all collection technologies that are available for that country. This might be 20, 30, but you can then pick which, in this case 6, you want to make available to the customer. You basically tell us which bank account that money then needs to go to when it's collected, and done. That's as easy as firstly setting up, saying this is how I want to be collecting my money. It's very simple for payouts. Now when you look at payout, the setting up the scheme, the name, it's all very similar for country, but you'll see some traditional forms of paying out, and also some e-wallets, but you also see some vouchers, partners, loyalty programs. And this is to say, well, instead of just paying out this amount, the customer can use it in a different way. This is really to help personalize all of this. So great, so now we've said, okay, how we want to collect money. We've indicated how we're willing to pay out money. Now we need to know, where does this money go when it's collected, and where does the money come from that is being paid out? So here, but the bank account section, you can literally set it up like any personal e-wallet out there you would. In this example, a company operates in 2 markets, in the UK and Germany, and has indicated that you can, all the premiums collected for motor insurance goes into this specific account. All the claims payout for the UK market come out of a separate account. But in Germany, everything, rewards, claims, payouts, and premiums collected go into the same and from the same account. Now you can set up one or many of these accounts as much as you want. It's really up to how you want to deploy that and the flexibility you want to bring to your proposition. Now, when you look at the second element, that was to create a personal element to it. So when you look at the partners bit, we enable you through technology to connect with partners, big and small, the Amazons and Rakutens of this world, as well as the small baker and bike shop around the corner. Because perceived value is not just about the major players. Now, when we connect all these people, you have many types of transacting, many vendors you can deploy this over, but you only have maybe 4 options you can present to the consumer. So if you look at the tagging, there's a tagging element where there's system-generated tags to describe a bit more what it is. You can add some more yourself. And then we can leverage our AI to say, if you submit some customer data that you know to it, we can go and say, what's the best 4 combinations of transaction technologies and partners to present to that customer and that transaction at that moment to maximize the value with the customer. So that's really, really important. So now you set up the way to transact, where the money goes, and all of that. So now the question is, how do you deploy this? So we've set up a really comprehensive, user-friendly developer environment where you get all the information that you need to get building, right? So all the API documentation for your developers. So we even have a developer section where you have all the coding. So this is really important because by that we empower you to do the development. Really focus on the business and the problems and know that the transactional element will be taken care of. This is also critical because you are in control of the IP, the ideas, as well as the deployment timelines and cost. You can get your own people to do it. You don't need to pay us to integrate it, right? So you're in full control. Now all of this is, while we do all of this, it's really important to say, okay, cool, what does this look like? Oh, look, I have a message from my insurer, right? So I received a message. I should change to phone. And it says, look, we should be paying a premium. So if I click on Pay Premium, I get a couple of options. Now, the options you see here were just deemed to be relevant to me based on my profile. And it should be as simple as clicking on one of the options, paying for it, right? And then the money is paid into the customer account. This already works fundamentally. We must obviously also be able to do it, and it's great. But now you as an insurer decide, hey, as of next week, I no longer want to maybe support PayPal because it just turns out to be too expensive. So you go to the collection bit, you see all the payment types that you've selected for that, and you say, you know what? Actually switch off PayPal, and you save the settings. Is it that easy? Yes, yes it is. So if you go back to the email to pay your premium, and you click on the Pay Now bit, where's it going? Oh, it's just not updating the screen here somehow. We just go back and try once again. You will see that PayPal is no longer an option there. So the point is that it feeds through immediately. Unfortunately, somehow it's not showing the screen. So it feeds through immediately. The second you press save, the very next transaction in the system will no longer have PayPal as an option. Zero IT work on your side to make that happen in the front end. I also received a message from my insurer that my claim has been approved. Unfortunately, what's on the phone is not reflecting on this big screen, which is unfortunate. Okay, we'll continue. So the point is there you would have, so in this case they would have approved an €800 payout for a claim on a mobile phone insurance. And you could have chosen that to pay that out. Super easy, super simple from an IT perspective. Now the point here is that we try and solve the IT problem and make it super simple for you to deploy these new capabilities, worry about product development, and not about the IT complexity. This is just the tip of the iceberg. We look forward to seeing you at our stand and talk about what we can do for your customer journey and your company. Thank you for listening to us.